Hello, Braindead here. Welcome to another episode of the broadcast. I don't know if I want to rename it yet. Not sure. Don't think so. So we're sticking with it. The broadcast. Oh, yeah. I'm stupid. So for this, I know I said in the last one I'd upload like every Wednesday and Sunday, and yeah, well, looking at the time, it's already 2017. I just didn't have anything to say. I know, shocking. I've wanted to use this to express my opinions and talk out loud and all this other wonderful stuff, but I didn't have anything to say. So I started thinking, and thinking, and thinking. I got my hands on Final Fantasy 15, and then I didn't do much thinking after that. Dear Lord, I have sunk the past 2 days, and I've already put in like 13, last I checked, like 13 or 14 hours. I'm only in chapter 5, and gosh, I'm loving the game. If you own Xbox One or own a PS4, get it. It's a must buy. It's one of those games that it would be good, step up from this to The Witcher 3 if you feel intimidated by the fact being that The Witcher 3 is just freaking huge, and I mean freaking huge. So enough on video games besides, Final Fantasy rocks. Overwatch had a good winter Wonderland theme, and I finally got the Reaper skin I wanted. Thank you. The final day. It was great. Now I'm not going to play Overwatch for the next several months now until the next, update comes out. The Division, another good game. And Xbox's, winter New Year sale. I've been gauging to see what would be good, what wouldn't be good. So for this one, I got Dragon Age Inquisition, which I beat on the 360, but I wasn't satisfied because there's still the 3 expansions that Xbox 360 got one, but the other 2 were Xbox One, next gen, current gen at that time, current gen at this time still, exclusive. So I was like, yeah, I really want to finish it. So I got Inquisition again for like $12. Everything with it though, so I'm like, yay, I get to finish the game. I get to see what happens because spoilers at the end, you're being played. I know, shocking, right? Well, it's basically just strings being pulled that you have no idea about, and that at the very end you're like, oh, le gasp. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to finish it. Then I stopped. That was like earlier this year. And so moving on from that, I've not the motivation to do anything at work. I'm just there. I don't like that feeling. Not that I don't love work. I hate work. It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing. But I enjoy what I do, so it makes it more tolerable. But it's just with the new year, I've been thinking, is this really what I want to do? Rewind the clock back. Last year, since I work in the spray, thank you, air freshener. I work in the medical field, and where I work at, we have a technician, and she's retiring midway this year, June or July. So, I've been training under her to take her place. But is it really what I want to do? I'm not even sure anymore. I mean, I like it. I love, training with her. I love, doing that aspect of, everything. But it's the fact being that I have to go talk to the higher ups, say, yes, I want to negotiate a contract now. Because I get paid shit. And you're not going to fool me by paying me shit to do something that's probably more time consuming, more tedious than what I normally do now. And so I'm just thinking, is it all worth it? Because I don't even think I'm good enough. That's me. I lack the confidence in a lot of things. So What it is neurodiagnostics, EEGs, EMGs, and all those wonderful things. It's really cool. Look them up. Really interesting stuff. Basically see how the body is wired. That's what you basically check from the brain down to the nerves, if there's any issues there. It is fascinating. I say fascinating. I love learning about it, but I cannot read through it. I have like 5 or 6 textbooks here in my desk. I have not thumbed through it all. I know it's shameful to say. I have thumbed through. I've looked through different things of it, just to brush up my skills. But I cannot study it. I can learn it all day. The technician teaches me. It's interesting to hear about like these little things, like even just a tiny bit of variation in the human anatomy, since we're all different, can cause this if you're not looking for it, you're not expecting it. Like my ulnar nerve in my arms, they run more laterally, so they're not where they should be. And when she tested me, just to see how give me a feel how everything worked when I first started, she's like, that's interesting. I can't pick it up here, but I can here, so let me check somewhere. Oh, okay, so it runs, this way. So it's interesting to learn. And she's been at this for like 40 years. And here I am, got my nursing license 2 years ago, and I'm jumping straight into this. I don't think I'm ready. Not to mention that it'll be so totally different. I just don't feel ready. That may be it. It's not that I don't want to do it. I'd love to, but it's change. I really like change, but I hate change. Hard to describe. I'm one for change, but afraid of change. I really want this change. I really want, this to be interesting. A new adventure. Something else I can say I've done in my 23 years. But I'm scared to. I don't know why I'm so hesitant, but I went through this earlier this year as well, earlier in the fall. Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. They had their evil idol, and, I went through it. I got to the second round, and, it was worth a shot, But after the second round ended, they're like, hey, do you wanna, we liked you. We liked you a lot, and we want to see if you want to, be a part of our group. I was like, is this a joke? But no, they sent me all the stuff, to get me signed up to work with them. I get paid, more or less as a freelance agent, doing stuff like this and that. And I was excited, but afraid, like deathly afraid. I don't know why. It's just that fear, that apprehension just got to me, and I turned down the offer. Well, for good reason too. We were trying to move at the time, and it was hectic. So there was a number of things on my plate, but still, that fear made me second guess everything. And I really want to try to work through that this year. That's one thing. Fear and just being scared. That really limits a lot of things I do. Like, hey, like in just random situation, I'm going to a party. Okay. This is definitely a random situation because I never go to parties. I am a homebody. Just 100%. I'm a shut-in. Mouth squeak. But let's say I go to a party and I see this really, cute girl. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, dude, you've got to go see her. That's my brain talking. Not the other man downstairs. This is all theoretical, hypothetical. My brain says, hey, dude, you should probably go talk to her. I'm like, and here's me, but why? what if she says no? What if blah, 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 blah. And then the excuses and the fears start stacking up, and my brain's like, you know what, just go fuck yourself. I tried, and that's it. That's basically what happens. I want to do it, but then I find excuses, and then I find little nitpicks on everything, like, hey, what if this happened, or what if, and, some people do the what ifs like, I could have done this differently. What if I did this? My what ifs prevent me from doing anything. Like, oh shit, what if this happens? Or what if this happens? And it bothers me. That's probably one thing I need to work on this year. But screw New Year's resolutions. That's stupid. It's not a resolution. It's just a life-changing event I need to do. Don't let, excuses or fears pile up, and, better to try and fail than not to try at all. So, yeah. That'd be something interesting to live by. And I'm going to try to this year. Try. I'll let y'all know how that works out, though. So let's move to something a little different. I've been talking about that ramble about that for a while, and, today, actually, with it being, it was New Year's. I'm looking at my clock now. It's 12:52. It's the 2nd already. I was like, oh, crap. Really? Where'd the time go? Oh, wait. Final Fantasy 15. Get the game. It's amazing. Right now, I got it for like $40. Get it. But it was, we went to my grandmother's house for, just to have fun. It was me, my sister, my aunt, my cousin, and my grandmother. My dad and his girlfriend and his son couldn't make it because of my grandmother's pink eye, or supposed to have pink eye, and it's a number of things. But we had fun. We had, she's Vietnamese, so she said, hey, I'll make you the pho soup you always like. And I can't do the imitations. I'm too tired. I'm saying a lot. If you guys are having a drinking game for every time I say I am so sorry. Oh, there again. But we had pho soup. PHO. She made it with rice noodles, beef broth. Now, the way she made this beef broth is interesting. She actually had beef bones. She got a giant pot full of water, salt, brine, a little vinegar and everything. Put the bones in there, try to extract as much flavor as she can. But she does it 3 times. The first 2 that cleans the bone, cleans a lot of the stuff that you wouldn't want in the broth. And then the 3rd time, she lets boil and cook, where you get the full flavor of, the beef, and it's good. It takes about 5 to 6 hours to get to that, final product, but oh my gosh, it is worth it. And it blows my mind, because I never thought of doing that, but, but she, cooked it, boiled it once, scrubbed the pot out, cleaned the bones, did it again, scrubbed the pot out, cleaned the bones. 3rd time, she has the perfect broth, and she has, the meat from the bones cut up, put in a little container to the side. And the good thing about this soup, strange thing about this soup is, you actually cook the meat with the soup. Well, you cook the meat with the broth. No matter how I'm saying this, it's like, no shit, Sherlock. No, she grabs a spoonful of the meat, raw meat, puts it in the boiling water, and it instantly cooks. Now, you can do the same thing with strips of beef, like thinly cut fillets, of pork, beef, whatever you're choosing. I'd avoid chicken, though. I'm not a fan of cooking chicken that way. But you would either, thinly cut slices of the meat, put them on your soup, or put them, in a spoon, let the broth cook them to perfection, and you get the mix between, the flavor and everything. It's great. Then you add your own little scallions, pepper, mint, cilantro, and hoisin sauce, sriracha. Just basically make your own soup, and it was it was amazing. And every time we have it, still have some stuck in my tooth. I had some later today. She gave us little bowls to take home. But it was great, and I loved it. I kind of made the mistake of putting too much red pepper. She had little tiny pepper. She gardens at the age of 70, 72. I forget how old she is, but she gets around just as good as I do, and I'm 23. She still has some back issues, and she gets sick faster than most of us, but she's in great shape. She's in great shape for a 72-year-old. And so she gardens. That's her one big thing. Her Vietnamese soap operas, cleaning house, and gardening. That's some of the things she loves doing. And so she has her own little pepper plant. She had a few of them out in the windowsill in the kitchen where they would dry out. And so she cut about 5 or 6 of them, put them on the little platter where we can, get the ingredients put in the soup. I was the dumbass and put several little slices of that in my soup. So, when I got to the final bit of broth, after I got all the noodles, all the meat and everything, I was basically drinking, Satan's ass juice. That's what you could say. That's the only way you could actually describe the feeling. Because every sip I had that raw pepper taste. At the very end, under the lime, we cut up limes and add to it. Not only does it smell good, it makes it so much better. Under the lime, I didn't even see it. A whole chunk of pepper. So when I took the last sip of broth, it touched down the back of my throat, and it's just like Satan's dingleberries. His Klingons. What am I with? Enough with the analogies. Oh gosh. So needless to say, I burnt my mouth. It was torturous, but amazing. I loved the soup, and it gave me an excuse to get ice cream afterwards, so I can just feel like, the fat kid I am. So I got ice cream afterwards, like, my mouth's on fire, I'm needing dairy. And so I get a bowl of ice cream, and that didn't help at all. Like an hour later, my stomach finally settles, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And then my stomach really finally settles, and I go to the bathroom. So, now y'all know my habits. Now, I don't know how I should end these. With a recommends, like a brain dead recommends. I don't know how to do this, but recently I have been watching speedruns on YouTube. The Games Done Quick marathons. I've been really watching a lot of those just to see a lot of my favorite games broken. Like Mega Man Zero, Azure Striker Gunvolt, beaten in times where I cannot even perceive it. A 100% Chrono Trigger run in just a few hours compared to the several, dozens of hours it would take for me. It's just interesting to see. Dark Souls broken, and that was a joy to watch. But Games Done Quick, it's a great YouTube channel, and they have AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick. They have that marathon coming up on, I think, July the 8th. Not July. What the hell am I thinking? That'll probably be the Summer Games. SGDQ. But the AGDQ, Awesome Dames Done Quick. We just took a turn into the porn industry there. But it starts January the 8th, I believe, on Twitch, and damn straight I'm watching that. That's this weekend, actually. That is this weekend. Freak yeah, I am watching that. Well, while I get my plan set up for that, it's time for me to sign off. Well, thank you guys, and have a great new year. Try to make some, good decisions, choices of what you're going to be doing this year. For me, don't let fear ruin what you think would be a good time, good parts of your life. Enjoy your life. That's all I gotta say. You have no idea how long you have left. Don't let just a few excuses, a few fears ruin it. Dude, why don't you just listen to yourself?